You're now listening to the sounds of KDPG Radio. Keep the party going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your boy, DJ 47, and today I have the privilege of interviewing one of the members from the legendary Self-Construction crew. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kwesi Criss. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
Self-Construction. Yeah, man, I'm gonna say blaze, I'm gonna say oh, link, I'm gonna say that man. Watch out, bigger judgment, Papa Ocean. I'm more fire. Anyway, yo, Self-Construction. Burning you, burning you, burning you. Construction, I go on them out. From them up to construction, never stop. Chuck, always keep the fire burning. Cause I will never stop. Boom, always keep the fire up.
Hold up on that. Kwesi Criss in the building. What? Self-Construction. Bop, 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 bop.
What's going
Original
on?
Soundboy.
Self-Construction. Kwesi Criss is in the building. Man, we've been we were trying to get this started for I don't know how long. Maybe finally get it done. I would kind of say maybe 20 years in the making. You know, wouldn't you think that? You know.
Shout out to Lost Son, aka
Echo Chamber and Self-Construction have a history, man. The 90s dance hall. You know, we kind of took over that. What's going on, man?
Vibing, just vibing, you know. Blessed to be alive and blessed to make it through. Made it through so far. So
yeah,
big ups.
How you dealing with this whole coronavirus situation going on?
In coronavirus, something like that. I never seen it before. I don't think anybody's seen it. So just dealing with it day by day, you know, day by day. I hope they get the cure. Hope we get cure up soon because you know we gotta get free. We're meant to be free, so, you know, we're going to get into that.
So if you feel that you're not free right now, how are you keeping your time busy, you know, without going insane? You know, I know when you get locked up and you trapped in these four walls, people tend to go a little crazy. So how do you keep your mind? Like when people's in jail, not saying this is jail, I don't never want to compare it to jail, but when you're in jail, you read, you work out, you keep your mind focused so you don't go crazy. So what are you doing to stay sane during these times?
Well, I mean, you still gotta be like, when you say free in jail, you could be anywhere and still be free. I mean, we're basically free. Right now, you just have to use your time wisely. You know, don't let it get to you. You know, now is a good time for people to like look in yourself, look and see what your craft or what your self is missing and just try to get it better. Me personally, I'm just trying to learn up and trying to get a little bit closer to God, you know. That's just real talk right there. And just get yourself right, man. Get you and your team and your whole squaddy and the people around you. You know, that's a good time to just look around and look at yourself and you know, adapt. We gotta adapt. We really gotta adapt. Me, I'm not doing a good job of the adapting because I'm really like still feeling it out. You know, not pause, but I'm still like seeing what's going on with it.
Yeah, it's like either you adapt or you perish. You know, it's a line that Jay-Z said on the Dead Presidents. It's no, not Dead, on the Reasonable Doubt album. It was "Trap my body, can't lock my mind." You know,
I mean,
that was the "Can I Live" record. That's a big tune right there.
Shout out to Jay. Shout out to all the hustlers for real. They made it. You made it right now.
So let's talk about sound clashes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know a little bit of that. Have you been in any couple of sound clashes in your day?
Well, I mean, original Soundboy era. I'm from that, you know, and that's what really got me into being a DJ, or you know, in the islands we say selector. So coming from Trinidad and Tobago, shout out to all my Trinis, my Bajans, my Haitians, my Jamaicans. You know, bless up all my island people. And
a round of applause for that right there. Big up to all the Caribbean, the island boys, them, the Adam Gal, them.
Yeah, big up the gal them anytime, and all the gals and all the Rasta and all. You know, bless up everybody.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have a fake ass accent. He's from the yard. He speaks better. I'm just privileged to be around so many Jamaicans and Haitians, two Haitians, the Trinis. You know, I'm privileged, a privilege, I should say, to come up in this culture of reggae music adapted with the hip hop. Like I was part of the Echo Chamber crew, and I was the hip hop DJ, and I was introduced to this world of sound clash. I was introduced to a world of a group as DJs, not just you as the individual DJ, but a group. You know, my job was to make sure the hip hop was right. You know,
we a lot of people don't know that like dancehall culture and Caribbean culture and hip hop go hand in hand, because the originator of hip hop, Kool Herc, is Jamaican.
Yeah.
You know, and that's from the start. That's like,
so you taking it back. Like I was talking about 90s, like we're gonna get into that, but you went back to like 80s, late 70s, and I love it. Keep going. Educate,
well, you know,
educate the youth.
As a true West Indian, you know, like Bob Marley and your grandmother and shit stuff always used to say, you're gonna edit that, right? Yeah.
Live and uncut.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, wait. Kwesi Criss, I want my fans on the KDPG radio listening to let him know the tunes we be playing, the mixes we be playing, live and uncut. It's not intentional, but it's like we gonna play. If I'm at a jam and they want clean music, we play clean music. If I'm playing on the radio, we live and uncut until someone tells us otherwise. Continue.
Right. So, let's say your elders. Now I have like 3 accents, but let me say your elders would say you can't know where you're going if you don't know your past. You know, and
yes,
part of your past is looking at yourself. So, you know, and one thing with me, it might be a little different. The thoughts go a little bit deep, but I try to keep it like, you know, I don't want to lose anybody. But here what happened. You said Kool Herc. Just to give you a short thing, Kool Herc started it. I mean, 2 turntables and a microphone, and
that's all it took.
Basically, 1 turntable and a microphone. That's the original sounds. That's how it used to go. The MC come on, if you know Super Cat, and I think it's Hi-Fi Power. I don't know the exact name of that sound system, but the DJ used to chat on the back of the 45 or the 12-inch used to have instrumentals.
Yeah.
So in between, when they gonna switch to the next song or whatever,
Now,
the DJ would go.
You say DJ, but in the Caribbean world,
I lost you
no,
there.
no. I just want the world. We want to educate the world, because Americans call disc jockeys DJ for short, but in the Caribbean world, we call it something else. You know, it's a selector.
Selector.
Because correct me if I'm wrong.
Kwesi Criss
in the reggae world in Jamaica, when you call someone a DJ, that's an artist, and then a selector is the DJ.
Well, I mean,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
That's what I was taught.
You in the dancehall world. In the dancehall world, the DJ, and sometimes they spell it right. It might not be DJ. It might be DEEJAY or something like that. And the DJ is like the artist. The DJ is the spitter, the rapper, you know, in Jamaican culture. And in hip-hop, of course, the DJ is the disc jockey. But they go hand in hand. Well, and it's a vibe. It's a vibe anytime.
Well, let me ask you something. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, which is the closest one to Venezuela. I mean, most southern. I wouldn't say the closest one to Venezuela. Let me take that back. Because Aruba is probably closer, or Caracas, but not Caracas, Curacao, one of those. But it's the most southern in the Caribbean. So not as close to like Jamaica or Barbados or one of those, but we're in the Caribbean, and you know we one and the same. Everybody got rice and peas. Everybody got stewed chicken. Yeah. Everybody have curry. Everybody drink rum.
How long until you've come down to
I always used to go back and forth. Back, you know, like always, my family originally moved from here to New York.
So you moved out to New York first before you came down to Miami, or?
Yeah, I used to go back and forth to New York, and when they moved here, that's when I kind of like officially moved to the States.
All right, that's what's up.
But I mean, I'm born and raised Trini.
Yeah.
You know, being a sound boy, you get that yard twang, but you know.
He said yard twang.
The Creole.
That's the accent. That's the
patois.
The language.
The yard man would say patois.
Yeah.
I think Trinis might say dialect. Yeah. And then you know, Ebonics. Americans probably have Ebonics.
Self-construction. You know what?
Self-construction sound to the world.
Yeah. Big up on that. No disrespect. How did it start? Tell me that. How did the self-construction form, and you know how many members is in the squad, and you know how deep does the rabbit hole go? I guess.
Hold on, let me let off a one thing.
Hello, Diamond. The game is to be sold, not to be sold. No, that's a give it up. Hey, treat them cold. Hey, yo, run that construction.
Yo, who that killer?
Get on the guns and feet. Now mercy. Hey, yo, Brian. One time. Hey, yo, self-construction. New York, Florida, Jamaica, worldwide gunshot. They get into that.
Yo.
Sit on them war clash. Tell them say clash done. Hold them up by war when war got locked down. Sit on them war. Overtake that. Self-construction. Somebody get put down.
Pause.
You know how on the Breakfast Club would say the DJ Clue bomb.
Give me
that's not a DJ Clue bomb. There goes your horn. That's a DMX explosion.
It's a nuclear just went off. That was Bounty Killer, aka Kill.
Bounty Killer.
Not killer, killer.
Killer.
Is it outer yard? Here what happened now. So self-construction, right?
Yeah,
First of all, let me big up the whole crew. Break
it down to us.
Shout out to the Madman Johan. Shout out to Riot. Shout out to Dog. Shout out to Crush, Papa Sean, J-Rock, Cass, Swayo, Lynx, Diamond, Blaze. And that's just over the time, over years. That's most of the sound boys there. And I want to big up some of the other sounds from Trinidad. I mean,
before you big up other sounds, how many would you say is in self-construction? Rough.
I mean, right now we're talking in 2020. I don't want to put a timepiece on this recording, but right now for this year we have maybe on any given in our sound system, you probably have like four guys that's really putting in work daily. Right now we have about maybe 2-3 that's really putting in work daily.
Overall
over time, because we've been in it for years.
Yeah,
I would say maybe 6-7.
6-7. Oh, that's
6-7. Because what really happened is really like four originally. I mean, originally it's Johan Seaton, who's Madman Johan. He had a sound. His dad had a sound. It was in a store for electronics. It was called Seaton's Electronic Lab. And then you got guys like me. They used to call me Slow.
Me. Who is me?
Me, Kwesi Criss, a.k.a. Slow. They used to call me Go Slow.
Right.
Doggy Slow. So he used to play with self-construction at that time. Now he plays with Excalibur Sound. He used to, he gave me that name. And so it was Sean, Derek, Stefan, and so it was all S's. So it's all those S's. We took it and made that into the electronic lab. So that's where you get SEL, cell. It's not CEL, it's SEL.
And before you continue on, is that taking place in Trinidad, or that you're already in the States?
Well, I migrated to the States officially,
Well, self-construction, was it formed in Trinidad?
Yeah, self-construction was formed in Trinidad.
Okay.
Go
on. I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to know. But go on.
Like I said, the original member is Johan Madman. His last name is Seaton, and that comes out to the lab, and he was really deep into that boy is a genius. I mean, he could fix electronics and in production. He's probably one of the top in soca industry and in Caribbean production as of 2020. So he was the originator of it, and then I migrated. I moved to US, like straight out of high school. So I was probably maybe like 16. Yeah, so that's when we really had a split, and people move apart, but we always. Then it was a little bit harder to stay in communication because you had to buy phone card. We didn't have. You couldn't just email a track. You had to get certain things sent out, and dubs cut. We was cutting dubs on vinyl and that kind of vibes. And
you're showing your age. You're showing your age.
No, I've been in from vinyl. I ain't gonna say that. That one I wouldn't deny. I could do vinyl. I could do dubs. So the
vinyls.
The history. And
well, let me ask you before you continue.
And then Diamond moved out to New York, and that's how you got the New York. So we got New York, Miami, Trinidad at the, on most days. Bless up.
Well, let me ask you something. Since you in the vinyl days, vinyls or how it is right now, laptop or vinyls?
I mean, it's good. I see guys, top dogs still using vinyl.
What do you prefer? Like, do you like what's going on right now, or you like the old school vibe?
I think the guys not. I would say I think there was more for the culture then. It was just more parts, because you could pull up the record and then you gotta switch the needle. You could blow the needle, balance the needle.
You always had I remember you always had to have backup needles because you never know, and especially when you wheeling back them records and shit. It's a different world.
You had more people in your crew because you had to take in the crates, you had to take in your console. So some of you fellas was just like
that's how you
just taking.
That's how you sneak them into the club.
Right, exactly. That's how if you were like underage, that's you coming into the club right now.
I always say, and I'm probably farther on the past than I should be, but I always say like there's no rules on being an artist, right? You can just be a DJ tomorrow if you want to, right? There's no class, no schools, no certificate you have to get in order to call yourself a DJ. But I would always say that I would love for new DJs for 1 year have to roll around crates of records. Just to know the struggles we went through, and then once you qualify, once you pass that year mark and you graduate, then you can go to the laptops and all. But you have to understand that struggle and knowing how you have to pick up a record, not knowing the BPM, and have to know have to know how to juggle, how to blend without the computer telling you how to do it. That's just my thing, and I know it will never happen, but just call me, an old fart or whatever, but I think it's the appreciation. I've been doing this since 94, DJing-wise, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the hauling the crates of records out there, loading up the sound system, going there, setting up, and practicing I appreciate the struggle to get to where I got to and all like that. That's just me,
Yeah, you gotta put in that groundwork. You gotta put in that groundwork. Because it pays off. And no things that you would just these guys they don't know what they're missing out, man. You get a little one piece, you plug it in, and
now you're a DJ.
You make a track on your computer and you go upload it. Like they got it good. It's good. Because it's easier for us to get paid, or to just get our, get your vibe out, get your art out.
Don't get me wrong. I love the new way. It's a lot easier. Make sure your hard drive is on point, and it's easier to carry all around. I put my whole system when I go DJ in a BMW 5 Series. You couldn't do that back in the days. You needed to rent a U-Haul truck or something like that. Now my whole equipment that sounds crisp can ram a 300-400 crowd dance hall with my equipment in my car of a BMW, not the X5, just a 4-door BMW.
Definitely.
I remember riding around in the Previa van with the towers in the trunk and about bag of man in the car with the trunk.
Every soundboy crew had a Previa.
I mean, so much that they made a record of that. We swear the record was about us.
Yeah, well,
You don't remember that tune?
who's that?
Bag of man in the Previa van. We thought the record was about us.
Definitely. What about? No bugger man, bro.
No homo.
But I get it.
No
though.
homo. But
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was rough and great times. I remember that. And this is how far back you and I go to. I know you from the Sound Clash days. I know you from the 90s dance hall. You played in Mix 96 during them times, or that was another radio station you were playing in the 90s?
Well, definitely. What was crazy about we been doing this, like me and you, is that the first time I actually went to the station here in Miami, it was a station, in the Southwest. Shout out to the whole Southwest crew, Imperial Studios. Shout out to Ras Roger, the legend.
Yeah. I was gonna say that sounds familiar. Roger, man, big up Roger. I got a story about Roger, man. He bigged me up heavy. He gave me that stamp of approval one time when I did a dance and a mashed
Oh
up.
man, Roger's the Godfather, bro. That's the Godfather for real. Yeah. Josh Stream, Metrics,
Matrix. That's
Wasi Style,
Busher.
Genesis, Genocide. All these, we came up in a little sound era there, and the first time I went to the radio was Dwayne Echo Chamber actually invited my cuz, Mr. Kaz, aka Kid Soul, aka.
What do you mean, Dwayne?
Short man, Dwayne.
Dwayne, your cousin Dwayne, not Double D from Echo Chamber.
Yeah, Double D had reached out to my cousin, Dwayne Kaz, Mr. Kaz.
All right.
To come to the radio, and we had a little small box, 2 little small boxes with some 45s.
Oh, that's right. Roger had a radio station.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was probably
Big up to Roger. I remember, and he had the studio in the house. Yeah,
Imperial Studios.
He was one of the first people I knew that had a legitimate studio in the house, and he had the dub plate machine.
Right.
To make the dubs.
Yeah. He cut the dubs right there, just like in Yard. I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
I wanted that machine so bad.
Yeah, that came from dudes, you kind of like how you would bounce down your MP3 and put it on a SoundCloud today. A dude would make it, you go in the studio, you voice your tune right there, and then you put it on the dub, and you're ready for killing tonight. You're ready to get that forward in the dance tonight. If you got your hands on an exclusive like Cheeks, exclusive Biggie remix, and you wanted to play tonight, I mean, we couldn't. So you go to the dub studio, you press it on a vinyl, and you're ready to go. That's how that really. Yeah,
but them dubs. But see, what he's neglecting to tell you that them dubs ain't cheap. You can get a dub from Mr. Cheeks. You can get a dub. You can dub from Jay-Z. You can get a dub from Drake nowadays if you want to. You can get a dub from Bounty Killer back in the days, Beanie Man. But he's neglecting to tell you that it wasn't no $20,000, $30,000 to get a dub.
No.
Them things is in the thousands depending on the artist.
But dudes had shout out to sounds like Addie's, Stone Love, Jaro.
Yes.
Them sounds had like Addie's had Wyclef and Raekwon from. He probably even had Jay-Z, but we had...
What sound you think has the the Bob Marley dubs?
The Bob Marley dubs would be Jaro, and that was Ricky Trooper. Yeah. Jaro is them sounds is like they the gods.
Well, why don't you explain to our listeners who may not understand or know what we're talking about when it's dubbed? What are dubs plates?
All right,
explain that to the world who don't know who that is.
Let me see if I could pull up something there.
Now, while you pulling that up, again, back to my original question from the very beginning: have you been in some clashes yourself? Because I can tell you why.
That's the part of the Almighty. We have to burn them up for your vampire night and the sea. So watch your prophecy. Yo, let's go. So like all who say construction, Babylon and destruction. You see. I praise it, the Emperor, King of Kings. To my fullness, have to express Rastafari that I am. Yo, I praise Jah, the Emperor, King of Kings. You are fullness up to express Rastafari that I am. Yeah, well then, how Jah Rastafari we have to praise. Hey, King Selassie I always. Yo, just like a shumba, I do not got that.
So explain to everybody what we were just listening to.
That was Sinsla Kalanji, the Rastaman, the Bobo Shanti. And all right, so the explanation is what you would do is traditionally, all right, so traditionally now, this is way back, not even my time, this is before my time. Then this is after like Kool Herc and them guys, after the DJs used to play on the instrumentals. The soul singers of like the, let's say that's the 70s maybe, or even maybe the 80s, you couldn't get records like sent, you know, because that time is not like shipping now. You ain't got no Amazon to just ship stuff the next day. So when you hear a song that's like, let's say Stick By Me, which is John Holt.
Well, just in case we have more of a modern audience, let's say Drake.
Let's say
you call up Drake and say, Drake, I need a dub from you. Right. And then Drake says, I got you, but what the hell is a dub?
Right.
How do you explain to him that you want a dub?
All right, I would say, look, Drizzy, what you gonna do is sing a bad tune. Right?
Bad tune.
Whatever is the bad tune now that you have. Or the baddest
a record a record that he's already done.
No, but what I was gonna say is now the way how it came is now is if I hear a bad Drake, like if I hear a bad Drake, right?
What do you mean by Drake? But you mean
a big tune, like a tune I like. I want to play it as a DJ. I'm a selector.
A song that you like from Drake.
Yeah, I got a song that I like.
I don't want you to dumb down. I don't want you to. I like the way you're talking, but I just want to explain for people who may not understand. So I'm like your translator. You know what I'm saying? Keep talking the way you're talking. I just want some people to be like, bad? What do you mean bad? Drake not bad. He's the best in the world. You know?
Yeah.
You explain. You want one of Drake's hottest records that you like, and you want him to go ahead.
All right, so we want him to do like a big, what we would call basically a big up. So but it would go crazier than that, and it would be like, okay, I heard this Drake. I can't even get in contact with Drake, you know. And the Drakes of that time was the soul singers like, you know, Gladys Knight and the Pips or whatever is the case, and
Michael Jackson,
right? Michael Jackson or whoever is the big acts of those times, and I can get in contact with them. So what I'm gonna do is, I know Josie Shineboy from that was a wrong name. Josie Stoopies from down the road. That's my DJ name. Anytime I start singing, that's gonna be my name, Stoopies.
Also,
so you have to have a name like that. You can't have no.
So are we getting the exclusive right now? Are we gonna? Is Kwesi Criss about to drop an album?
I mean,
it's another exclusive only from DJ 47.
I got the exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Kwesi Criss is about to drop an album.
This podcast is wild, bro. Wow. This shit is like on a up level. Levels up. Levels way up. Level. So okay, so now I go to them and I say, yo, I know you singing. Right, I know you're a singer and you want to get a bus, so me and you gonna work it out. I'm gonna play your tune, you gonna sing for me that Drake tune, but right, you gonna put my name in it. Like you gonna say, yo, select the Kwesi Criss on the big sound, the hi-fi power, blah blah blah, you know, and then big up all the man, big up, and they probably big up your set where you from. So now they'll big up what parish you from, or what city, or what town, or what street, etc. So now when you go in the dance Friday night and you put on, yo, this is exclusive tune. You know, you might have heard the Drake version, but hear my version now. And the artist, the DJ name, Killer Lux.
Then it's horns and explosion and pull up.
And the crowd goes wild because they might have heard it before, but we don't have it on wax. So we're going to go to the dub cut studio and cut it ourselves, our own version on a different rhythm, on a rhythm that we could relate to. And that's where that culture came from. And so like that graduated to the battles. So one sound would string up, on the weekend, whatever day it is. One sound will string up here, next sound string up over there, and we're just gonna go. I'll play my set, you play your set, and then it turned into a kind of battle, and that's where you get the sound clash from. But nowadays, if I had to tell Drake, I'd say, Drake, I need you to do the baddest Drake, like one dance, but in the chorus, you're gonna put Selector Kwesi Criss.
Go ahead, sing it for us.
So like,
sing it
to
us. Sing one dance. Sing the one dance with the Kwesi Criss on it.
I don't want to diss Drake still. I don't want Drake to hear this. And
go ahead. Let me hear it. Just 4 bars. Go ahead.
So, Kwesi Criss need a one dance. Had a Glock 40 in my pants. Because it is a rude boy. It was a rude boy time, them times was different from now. These, so you had to. It was a.
Hold on 1 second right there. You're not gonna go look past the fact that you just sang a record right now, and we gonna just look past it like you didn't do that. He just sang one dance. What he said. So I'm Kwesi Criss. What is it? Kwesi Criss with the gun selector. Oh my God! Round of applause for Kwesi Criss and his debut singing. I told you, DJ 47 got the exclusive
levels.
Holla at your lost boy, baby.
Hey, what's the name of the podcast again?
The name of the podcast is called One Shot Deal.
One Shot Deal.
That means we knock it out the park one time.
Boom.
That's a saying in the studio world. When someone goes in the booth, they say we're gonna knock it out one shot.
Mm-hmm.
No takes, no second takes, nothing like that.
Talking about that, I was just saying, some of the DJs nowadays, I wouldn't say nowadays, man. I mean, I want to sing a song out because a shout out to the DJ them that do dub plates, because a lot of times it's not no punching in, like it's one take, and like Elephant Man or Beanie Man or any one of them, any one of the top dogs, is one take. They do the whole song and they doing 10 in a row, 20 in a row.
That's another way for an artist to make a living.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go back.
That culture is big. You see, and all those things tie into.
Yeah. So let's go back to what he's been ducking. What I'm talking about. Self-construction.
Forward.
Sound clashing. So as we're talking about dub plates is kind of like you are the gun, and the dub plates is the bullets. Am I saying it correctly?
Now, I don't.
Because listen, I go by the name of DJ 47, and this is what AK-47 sounds like.
It's another exclusive, only from DJ 47.
No.
You want to go to war with me? Huh? What's the belly?
Talking about.
What is it in the belly?
Don't you ever come into my house.
You want to what? I'm the original. What is it? Original Dandara.
Original Dan. I don't know if it was him or Supercat that did
Big up
that
to Supercat.
first. Yeah.
People don't know about Supercat. That's gangsta.
Yeah. Supercat. They know him from Dolly My Baby.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
them boys, he kind of ushered in. Well, I don't want to say.
Yeah,
but to me, the way I looked at it, he might have ushered in Biggie. And Diddy.
Oh yeah, yo! Did you hear the record with Supercat, Diddy, Mary J, and Biggie? Yo,
right.
Puff's. Wow! He didn't. Puff didn't sound like how Puff be sounding on his records. That was like you got to rewind. Like that's Puff.
Bang.
Yeah,
who's that?
Yeah, you wouldn't have known it was Puff. You wouldn't have known that was Puff Daddy. I got the record right here. You wouldn't have known that was Puff Daddy unless.
Pull up that real
because you knew it was him because he said his name on the record, and that's the only how you knew it. And then you have to rewind it and say, oh yeah, I kind of see it, Puff Daddy, he changed his style every 6 months,
Oh, here it is, man. I got it. I pulled it up. Let's see if we can get a little. Let me say, B.I.G. is Jamaican, right? Like Jamaican background. Not background.
Yeah. His mom is Jamaican. I don't know about his pops, but I know his mom is Jamaican.
Yeah, like Biggie Smalls really influenced me as a sound boy. You know, as in music. You know, that really changed. I remember one of my brethren, Brian Harford. Now as a jit, I was this Kwesi Criss, you know, right now I was a wild, you know, wild boys. When the wild boys get together, that's what we call it, the wild boys. And my dog called me and he was like, "Yo, I need you to hear this dude, man. This is wild." And he played the 10 Crack Commandments, and I was like, "Yo."
That's when you first discovered Biggie Smalls?
Yeah. That's when I first heard Biggie Smalls, and rest in peace. You know, the great, man, the great. I salute them dudes, man, because they gave their life to it, you know? And it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Them dudes is a big deal. I know the sound is different from what we got now. I'm not putting down what we got now. I vibe with a lot of the that, you know, hip hop on the whole. But you know, dudes always. I say that too because dudes always really, why they like try to put you in a box. And so you from Haiti, so you can only vibe with like Haitian music. Nah, I vibe with hip hop. I vibe with soca and dancehall and all of that. And not to go off the topic, but that was basically the usher, and that was Supercat the Dan Dan. And Supercat, not to say I was only influenced. Supercat influenced me big time too. That's one of my favorite, if not the favorite, and greatest of all times right there, Supercat. And what was the question? How are we getting to that?
No, we were just talking about old school heads and where Puff Daddy came from. And I mean, you said that Supercat probably introduced Biggie Smalls to
maybe I was going where, well, that was the remix, and one of the, like, we big in remix. I mean,
well,
Caribbean
let's
culture.
move forward then.
Yeah.
How about we just move forward? Because you keep ducking the question of Sound Clash.
Right. The Sound Clash. Oh,
have you been in a Sound Clash?
Yeah. I've been in some. I mean,
before you continue on, I'm gonna start it off with the Sound Clash, right? How I got introduced to Sound Clash was hearing Self Construction on the radio, right? So, Bag of Man in the Previa van, yeah. Well, Echo Chamber, we in the Previa van, listen to tunes. Kwesi Criss on the radio station. What radio station was that at that time? That was Rich.
I don't know Roger's? What was the name of Roger's thing, but Roger.
But it was Roger's.
Yeah, the first one that I was on. I mean, when I touched down here, I mean, the underground radio station thing was pretty. They don't have that anymore. They don't have pirate radio anymore. But the big dogs was Mix 96.
And there was a guy that you may have heard of that's kind of like, somewhat big right now, who had his start in Mix 96. You remember that guy's name again? I don't know if anyone knows about him anymore. Do you know what I'm talking about, Kwesi Criss? He was a hip hop DJ on Mix 96.
Oh, you talking about the other the Don Gargon? I think he is.
What's the guy's name?
That's Khaled. Shout out to DJ Khaled.
Never underestimate the underground scene.
Oh yeah.
You never know where it'll take you. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Khaled is very appreciative of that opportunity to this very day. And
Here's the DJ Khaled Dawn Data, Big Dog Pitbull Trevor Squadian, aka the Beat Nova King, aka Listen. Shout to Kwesi Criss from Cell Construction. You know how we do? Listen. Oh, you think it's a game, huh?
Nah, it ain't a game, man. It ain't the game. It wasn't a game. In them times, it was different from now. Now it's real sweet. I don't want to say sweet, but it's real, like, it's a little bit different. You had to, like.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do you see how arrogant and cocky that man just easily put a drop from DJ Khaled? Did you see what he just
Khaled,
did?
shout out to Khaled for real, man. He came from the sound boy of the movement of that time. Was like, I mean, Southwest, Northwest, and that was what it is as a DJ. Like you said, you were in Echo Chamber was the sound, and
which goes back to my original story I was talking about. When Self-construction, Kwesi Criss was on the radio station.
Shout out to Khaled for real though. That boy did it, man. That boy is taking the notch.
They went on the radio station playing tunes, wicked tunes. We in the van.
Oh man, that was even a different
Dwayne,
radio station.
shout out to Double D with his Previa van because he had it hooked up. Them speakers was booming. Don't talk to me in the car if the radio's on because I can't hear you. Either turn off the radio or shut the fuck up. That's how the system was. So we in there bumping up to the radio station, whichever radio station he was on, Self-Construction, Kwesi Criss, playing up tunes. You know, big tune come around, we hitting the roof of the van, knocking on the window, trying not to break the glass. Big up with tune. Next you know you hear Kwesi Criss. Shout out to Echo Chamber. We're like, oh, that's what's up, oh, he's bigging us up. This man gonna play a war tune after calling us out. I was like, tell me he didn't just do that. Tell me this man did not just play. What was he doing? Tell me. Make me understand. Did he big us up and then realize he played a war tune after that, or he's setting off shots? They tell me there's no mistakes in DJing. He was licking off shots. Okay.
Yeah, that was like
must be on crack. SEL
you might
construction,
say the warning shot. That was a warning shot. But nah, that's not what it is.
Wait, whoa. Before you tell your
let me lick off a warning shot, not lick. Pause. Me bust off a warning shot.
Is this a record that you put on?
You friends, tell me if you do. Tell no, but don't fuck her cause I got my own crew. Some must smile up in your face, you drive out and them must screw. Some of them are dead when them here say bling bling belong to who? True, this is for the critics in the now you love the fact that the construction sound of the planet padlock. Yeah, we will love with some voice will not like that. But if we not say
it's a clean version, you go on a clash, you can't play a clean version.
We come from we are globalized the work. Anytime a boy, no style. Them that time that you see them a learn. Who not like construction? Suck your mama with a smirk, yeah. Real talk niggas make no matter. I'm a thug for life, yeah. Even though the streets are getting crazy. Fascists trying to blaze me. Construction kill a sound tonight, even though the dance all getting crazy. Fascists trying to.
All right. That was War 21.
So
that was
ladies
War
and gentlemen,
21.
I think he's just trying to clash me right now. I'm telling a story, and then he put a war tune again.
I just want to show them what it means.
Well, I can play war tunes too, you know.
Would come on with that instrumental right there.
I was telling a story about Sound Clash.
Madhouse, shout to Butter.
And how they put it. So ladies and gentlemen, he answered the question that I was going to ask him. And the question was, you know, were you calling us out or you just playing tunes? And basically he's saying he called us out. Because he put another war tune. I'm telling a story and he come and play another war tune while I'm telling the story. This man is calling me out one more time. And I'm always ready for war.
Let me tell you.
Anyway, when I heard that, and I got confirmation from the rest of the Echo Chamber squad, Double D, Critical, what?
Yo, big up Echo Chamber crew.
Oh, now he wants to big us up. 20 years later, he want to big us up.
That's how it goes. Listen,
hold on, let me finish my story. Then you can give your false information, and we'll let the world decide if you're telling the truth or not. Okay? Listen. So then I get the confirmation, and they tell me, yeah, he called us out. So I said, okay, drop me home.
Oh shit!
He dropped me home. turn on the turntables.
Gets a killer.
I made 5 or 6 mixtapes, and every mixtape was said, "Fuck self-construction, be ready for war." I said, hand that to them. Whoever knows them, hand that to them. Let's go knocking at that door, put it in the mailbox. I'm ready for war. They were like, calm down, calm down. I said, I can't. Nobody diss my crew. And then 20 years down the later, 20 years down the later, I don't know. I'm heathen.
20 years.
20 years
I don't know
later,
if I was out that time.
I see him on the streets, which is just maybe a week ago.
You seen him in the streets.
I'm talking about you, Kwesi Criss. Saying that
Kill
you
me
want
off
to do.
today,
I
dog.
said, yo, you want to do the podcast? He's like, yeah, I'm down for it. And I was telling him the story, and then he laughed. He was cooking. What were you cooking? What was that thing you were cooking?
Probably some doubles.
And I told him the story, and he just smirked. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean smirking? I all this time I thought I just was, I'm a very passionate guy. I take, you tell me something, I run with it any way I want to. And then my theories were correct because he smirked and he said, nah, that was I was licking off shots, and I'm like, oh man.
Nah, it wasn't. Let me.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, hear his story, and then we can compare the two. And so you heard my honest truth, hands to God. Now we can hear his lie. Go ahead. Tell your lies.
Bad man tell no lies. And bad man no take back talk. But here what happened. In them times, that was a warehouse time. Shout out to Brandon Lee, Metrics, Outlaw Top End. There's this Galaxy Sound Station, Imperial, Don Dada. Shout out to all them sound boys there. And that was the wave we was on, Wasi style, big it up. That was rest in peace Dr. Debo. Rest in peace Papa Sean. That was it. Shout out to this guy Virus, Nick, Super Nick. Big it up. So that time now was the warehouse days. That's what they say, or it was warehouse culture in the Southwest. Southwest is a big is a core around Colonial Drive. If you ever been to 160th, and you know about like Aquarius Records or Sango's or the Patty Shop or Caribbean Delight, all there. That's 160th. That whole area, Coral Reef. Shout out to anybody who went to Coral Reef or South Ridge. That whole area. But really, Southwest is like from Bird Road to like Homestead. But that's the core of it, is Colonial there. And if you was a soundboy around that time, the studios and the dub places was around there. So that particular, I remember that. This is what happened. This is it for real.
See, what happened was, okay.
No, bad man, I take back talking of this, but this is what happened. We had to like, if the way how I seen it is, we had to like big up each other. We had to call each other name, or else no. That's how you got your recognition. And it wasn't no thing, It wasn't no like, yo, I'ma bust out your face, If it got down to that, it might have got to that because you repping your crew, you repping your sound like that's your fam.
Echo Chambers has gotten into a couple of fist fights doing
for
work.
sure. Self-construction too.
Yeah, it only builds character, but go on.
Yeah. We die by it for real.
Yeah.
At that time, and so being on the radio and being a young killer, a young sound killer, we had to let it be known like it's a big raw. This song, my song big, and I put in work. I put in WARK. If you know, you know. Putting work into it and putting hard work, and so when you come on, you say, yo,
you hear him getting nervous.
Dwayne, Echo Chamber, big up 9 or so. That was just
shout out to News in the building. He's part of Echo Chamber. Echo Chamber. We had a squad too. We had a squad as well. But go on.
Yeah, but we had to. That was your way of being like, how you say big up? You would say, yo, big up this song, but yo, if we buck up anytime, I murder straight, And that time I was on the way, like climbing up the ladder, of the sound boys. So anything, I would let them know, like
anything and anyone can get it.
muscle, you know. So that's it. Wasn't no like some people sometimes like my dad, when he first heard that kind of vibe, was like, yo, shout out to my pops.
Big up, pops.
He's like, yo, what them dudes gonna fight, yo? That's what you hit? And it wasn't that it was gonna fight. It's just like aggression, and it's like, it's lion, It wasn't no thing against echo chamber. Don't. It wasn't a yo echo chamber. I'm gonna shoot you off. No, man. It's lyrical shooting. You see, dub plate shooting at that time.
All fairness. I got that. I got that. It wasn't like, when I see you in the face, I'm gonna smack you. Don't ever say. No, it wasn't that at all. I got the culture, and I love the culture. Before you continue on, I always want to say this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, for people who may not understand what Sound Clash is, it's like a boxing match. I would even go as far as like a wrestling match.
It's a sport.
I would give it a WWE thing because WWE, they get on the mic, they talk trash about you, and then they go in the ring and fight. That's what you do as a DJ, a selector. You grab the mic, you tell me you're a pussy whore, you're not run me off, this is what I do, and then you play the dub, which will be a fighting match. And then you're boxing this and that.
Definitely.
It was fun times. I loved it.
No, it's but
if I talk shit about you, it was all in good fun. I was having a ball.
It's still supposed to be like that. Like you could get in the arena, man, diss you up. I don't know about in the normal juggling dance, but once you behind that console, once you repping your sound, at that point in time, we're not friends. Once we get in the thing, we're not friends for like an hour, 2 hours. But then after that, we's good, man. We gonna.
That's how it should be, like even in boxing. You gave me a black, you broke my nose, but I still beat your ass. And you seen UFC fight and they beat the hell out of each other, then they hug it out.
Yeah,
and then they raise their hand. One win, one might be a sore loser, maybe
just
not.
Like that.
Just like that.
It's really just a sport, and I know some sounds and some sound boys, they take it really, really, like, really serious, or they might put it off like they're taking it serious. And I was a bit, not that I take it serious, but I would put off the vibe, like, but then I was on the way up, and I moved here and all the sound boys was around, and I only went to like high school here for a little bit, and so, I had to get to know everybody, and everybody had to get to know me, and that was the way.
What high school you went to?
I tried out at Sunset.
You went to Sunset?
I tried there, but by the time I moved here, I was like done with high school, because I finished high school in Trinidad like early. So I didn't have to go to school. I just was kind of around school. So Sunset, Coral
you went
Reef.
around school because that's where the girls were.
Coral Reef, yeah,
basically.
And then that time we had a lot of like Caribbeans, and those was the school that I think that had the Caribbeans. It was Coral Reef, Sunset, South Ridge. I guess for me, that's how I saw it.
So getting to Sound Clash, still saying in the Sound Clash
it's
era,
political.
Let's get into the warehouse. Because if I recall, I have to go digging in my crates to find this video, right?
I ain't want no sound boys. I ain't want no sound boys from that time to still be holding a grudge against me. Sometimes I feel like that.
No. I know us and Echo Chin, we don't hold a grudge and nothing like that. It was just a story that I needed to bring up. I thought it was funny and I thought it was hilarious and like that. But going to the warehouse days and Casanova, what was the name of the warehouses and all?
Let me tell you, the Echo Chamber boys though. I mean, I was cool with Dwayne, even 9 Hours. I always remember Newsboy. I think I was by Kira's house, bro, and I seen News play some chords on an old keyboard, and I was like, yo, this dude is sick, boy. He's onto something there. And I got some beats from him. I'm going to try to pull up them beats. I got to go find that still.
Well, while you're looking for those beats, like I was saying, I got to go digging in the crates, and he trying to cut me off because we were talking about this earlier, and he didn't want it to be found. I don't know why, So I seen an old video of Kwesi Criss self-construction at a warehouse party. These are the old VHS, not the V, but the old video cameras where the neon green lights were on. I don't know what, I forgot what you call those things. And they were filming, and they were clashing. Do you remember what sound was clashing at the time?
Oh, you know it wasn't a neon green. What happened?
No,
with
it
the
was
camera
it was the
is
night
that
vision. It was night vision. There you go, night vision. That's what it was.
I don't think the
All right.
cameras nowadays, they don't require.
And so he
you giving out the dates here.
he's I don't know if you remember the sound you were clashing, but the man stand up, chat a couple of words to the sound, and he said, "We're gonna kill you," and then had a band come out of nowhere
Shout out to the band Genesis.
playing
Genocide song. Brent Genocide.
playing the death song. Burn, 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 burn.
Monaire.
That's what it's called.
It was some
And the
horns.
trumpet.
That was like
It was
what
on
they
horn.
play. You hear me? That song was like that's what they play when like it's a funeral, a burial. That's all in the culture. That's
Yes.
all in the culture.
But
you know?
he stood up and had a band play that. I don't remember anything else in that clash, but it was over. After
Yeah.
that, it was done. That's it. I didn't want to hear what you had to play or what this person had to play. You came with a band to a warehouse of 200 people, rammed up, sweating on each other,
warehouse
and a band,
vibes.
and said
Shout out
it's murder.
Simply Fresh.
What better dub can you have than that one?
The warehouses. There was the Outlaw Warehouse. There was Snake Eyes Warehouse. There was Simply Fresh. That warehouse. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. I know the dance you're talking about. I know in that time though, we just used to buck up on a song. Because sometimes you go to a dance, and the next song gonna call you out. We used to ride into that too. And then we just had to defend it, and then that was a clash, like they put on a clash. But anyways, let me get to it. So that dance there, who was that? That was blap 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 blap.
This man went to a warehouse party. 300 sweaty ass Caribbeans, tight as hell, standing up on the turntable, had a little band trumpet playing this song to their competition.
This was
Song
a vibe.
done.
This was a vibe.
Song done. I don't want to hear nothing else. Nobody can tell me anything else. It was done. It was an echo chamber. Mind you, it was an echo chamber that he did that too. I just got to defend that. What sound was that?
That was a time of like fully loaded.
But I'm asking you, what sound was that you pulled that stunt on?
That was Modern Age and Tech Life.
And how did they feel about that?
And
how did they take that?
Rest in peace, Touchstone passed away for real
Chris,
life.
don't avoid the question.
No,
how did they respond to that?
I mean, I remember.
Because the crowd,
we came on, we walked in, and caught them by surprise with the band playing the burial, and I mean the crowd went crazy.
Lost they.
I mean.
Mother.
This is the vibe. This is the vibe that I got.
You find it.
Let me hear you say, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah.
I would say, where else? That time. That was Tech Life. That was Patrick Ewing. He's on Waggy T Movements now. The name of the song was Tech Life, and Touchstone, DJ Touchstone, and that's
who you were clashing?
If you know DJ Ebbs, Epps, Roger, Touchstone, they had a sound. It could have been that same sound. I don't know, but rest in peace, Touchstone. I'm getting a sound somewhere.
Oh, that was bananas right there. They were licking shots up. They were licking shots. They came from the past to lick shots. That was berserk right there.
And modern age sound. Big ups, Tech Life, Modern Age. That was a big clash for me. That really put my name in. And Cell Construction sound coming from Trinidad, come to foreign, you know, that's how they say it in the culture. Come to foreign and, you know, kick up some boy. That was my dudes back home, and we ain't have like how it is now, where you could just send a message and thing, man. When man called you on the phone that time and say, yo, you killed some, yeah, man, and dead, man.
Sound clashes.
So basically, let me give you guess what a sound clash is, all right? It's nothing physical, right?
It is physical. It is. Mentally.
It could get physical. It's definitely mentally nerve-wracking. It's definitely mental. You got to be sharp. And, I mean, it's not all just killing it. Like you say, you got to bring in the band. You got to stand up on top of a box or something. When I say box, a speaker box. And really, like, you got to have the dope outfit.
You got to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's
you got to drop drop stunners on them.
Yeah.
And when I mean stunners, I mean freaking records.
Yeah. Yo, you know, really, that time, I want to give a timeline on it, but wrestling was... I used to watch a lot of wrestling because that was entertainment, bro. That was entertainment. Wrestling is entertainment at its best. And Sound Clash added, I've been to Sound Clash where they bring out like a coffin. Like a dude will walk in with a coffin or, you know, a cutlass or something like that. That was your props. And that was just like, that's just to create a vibe, because on the end of the day, bro, like you go dance every week, you know? When they have a sound clash now, you come out to see that kind of like, yeah, for real. Big up all the sound boys out there. Yeah.
That's what happens.
Shout out to The Rock, man. The Rock was from Miami that time, so we used to watch The Rock. No timeline.
But
the vibe, man. That was a different vibe though. But I just love dancehall culture and just the I just been in it and still love it to this day. But I got my favorite sound systems that if I ain't playing, I can go hear that sound.
Favorite. You're talking about favorites right now. Let me ask you something. What is one of your favorite clashes?
Favorite clashes of all time. I always used to listen to Jaro and Adiz. I always used to listen to Adiz. I remember the first time I heard Adiz was Face. Babyface is a Trini too. You know, a lot of people don't know that he's Trinidadian.
Well, what do you think about that clash? What do you think about the Babyface and Talia?
Babyface, I mean, back then I didn't see the video.
No, I'm talking about the recent clash on Instagram Live. Who won?
That was a vibe.
Who won?
Teddy Riley, you know, because like I'm saying, a big part of it is your vibe. You know your vibe, and
you're not even bringing up his brethren, his brother from
Babyface
from Trini.
Babyface is a Trini.
Is that what you said?
No, not that Babyface.
Okay.
Babyface is the Ras.
All right,
the
so
dreadlocks on
let's get back to you said
Adiz.
Your favorite clash. Sao. What was you mentioned your favorite clash?
That was my favorite clash.
Why?
Actually,
or was that your favorite clash?
And
who won that clash?
I was a fan of Adiz. I was a fan of Adiz.
King Adiz?
King Adiz sound. International.
I'm very big on King Adiz.
Adiz International.
Yeah.
You know, they's from Brooklyn, and
we used to have the tapes. We go out there and buy the tapes with the sound classes.
Yeah, definitely.
You may be too young for that, but I remember my age.
Definitely. I think my uncle got some of those tapes.
Why was that one of your favorite clashes?
That was one of my favorite clashes to listen to. I always listen in my room. Like I've been into music, you know. Dudes used to watch TV and stuff, but I always used to just like be off in my room listening to records and tapes and just recordings of live dances, because that's where you really hear the culture, you know. And that one was just a sound from Brooklyn, you know, that's where we was from, and go down to yard, and the other big sound was Jaro. Jaro was the big sound at that time, actually. Jaro was bigger than Addies, and just that clash was just a mad clash, bro. And you could hear in the background, like you could hear them time they recording the dance on a cassette, on a tape, or they recording the dance, right? And in the background you could hear like gunshots. You could hear the crowd, you know? Or you could hear when a man stopped and digging through the crates, like you could hear that. And now when you could go on YouTube and look for that video, and you see them, yo, it's just piles of dubs, bro. Piles of dub plates. Mind you, to cut a dub, when I started out, a vinyl was $25. You know, 25 TT. I didn't know how we was gonna do that. I used to tell my boys, I don't know how we gonna do this, but I just wanted to do it. And now you're looking at Addies now. They playing Tenor Saw on dub and Super Cat on dub Shaba, and it's like that was just inspiring for me, Evan. So that was one of my favorite. The next favorite was Addies and Mataron in Miami. And Mataron dropped because that time in the Jaro one, he had played Tony Braxton, and they told him it was fake. I ain't gonna dispute if it was fake.
You got hold on. You had a Tony Braxton dub?
Tony Braxton dub, calling out
record?
Jaro.
Which record?
I don't know. I don't know. It could have been Making Me High. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was, but I know. In the Miami, it was Mataron and Bass Odyssey and Squingy. Shit, I didn't say rest in peace Squingy too. Bass Odyssey is in the top 5 in the world of all time, and it was Addies, and he plays. He was like, yo, you diss my Tony Braxton, so I'm gonna play Lauryn Hill. And then
Lauryn Hill dub?
Yeah. And then Squingy and them was like, yo, that's a fake. And he was like, nah, it ain't fake, man. You don't got no contact, son. He said it just like that. And like him saying that, like when you give a punchline like that, the crowd go, it's like me playing the Burial live with the band, and the crowd just, they lose it. That's what we come for. We come for
ladies and gentlemen, getting a Lauryn Hill or a Tony Braxton dub, it's like getting a Michael Jordan rookie card. You gotta seal that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Yeah, that don't come out. That don't come out the box.
Come out.
That's
it's precious.
You know, that's
and
like
it's gonna be worth something every year it grows.
Yeah, that one there is like a little tutu that you keep down in your boot.
That's how important dubs.
That's last resort. Not last resort, but that's your big tune, you know?
That's the secret weapon.
A big tune, yeah, secret weapon. See?
It's like playing a Bar Marley record.
Right, yeah. That's like bringing them into the dance. And you know, that time, like you could, like in a dance hall, you wouldn't have that caliber. You wouldn't have like a Raekwon performing. You know, at that time, I would say. Nowadays, yes, or maybe soon after that, but the man played Lauryn Hill against Squingy, and it was really off. Addies showed their versatility, and that's how I build my sound too. So, cause we can play. Let's say we could play like a you know, we could play some hip hop or some soca. We play soca and dancehall dubs, and that was a sound that I could. That was the vibe. The man play a Lauryn Hill dub and done the dance, and that was inspiration for me. You know, so when I come anywhere, house that day to kill a sound, you know, it's antics. We on top of the box.
Just to give it a little insight of what a clash sounds like. Kwesi Criss takes the time. While he takes the time out, we're going to show you what a clash sounds like. This is Mighty Crown.
conquest. Play it up, play. Some boy get panic and we can kill them with every weird news. Sound fit dead. I tell home with us, I no line. Top plate, I was up in a sound boy. Sound I got dead. I tell home with us, I no line. Top plate, I was up in a sound boy. When we say, shoot to kill them, we no shoot up. Shabba! Yo, Mighty Crown.
Big up the tune.
Fucking Far East rulers.
Distortion.
Tell us on boy, fuck off. Yo, Master Simon. Hear me, I say Samity. We kill sound boy, we don't care what them nationality. Nobody move. Hey, Mighty Crown. Turn up the dirty bass. Them a make up them face. Tell them pick up the pace. And we are run the place. Sound boy a chase. We tell them give we space. Them in a rat chase. Mighty Crown a run the place. Run the place. Simon a run the place. Run the place. Samity run the place.
Yo, so like
Mighty Crown, big up the Mighty Crown.
Far East rulers. Far East rulers. They Mighty Crown took it to another level. There's always a sound. If you think your sound is dope.
I remember one of, I don't know who they played around. I was looking for Mighty Crown playing Jones. And he looked at the sound next to him and said, "Who you? Who you ever make bust in this game? You've been in this game for how long and you not made one artist bust? And you call yourself a sound?" I gotta look that up. When I find out, I'm gonna post that up. That shocked the hell out of me. I was like, "Yeah, you're right. You're a DJ. You're supposed to break records. You mean to tell me you've been DJing for how long and you never made..." I got an album out. Shameless plug, my ladies and gentlemen. Shameless plug. DJ 47. Thank you. DJ 47 presents Blinders. Out right now on all streaming platforms. You can also check us out at www.dj47.net.
Let's hear a piece of... Play that dancehall track off of there.
The dancehall track off that record right there, man. I gotta go, do my thing. I should have had it queued up, I know, but I didn't know it was just a plug. The dance, I got two dancehall records off this, and one of them is called Dirty Bad Mind from Vortex, and I got the other one. It's called Drunk Party.
Shout out to the One Records crew for real.
Yeah, I put a lot of hard work into this album over here.
It's been coming a while.
Yeah, man, a couple of years. I just wanted to get
shout out.
It's basically
big ups.
It's a producer album. I produced the whole album, and then we had tracks coming in. This is Dirty Bad Mind, DJ 47, Future and Vortex. Let's go.
DJ 47. You
That's
don't
me.
know Psycho, Notorious. Yo, DJ that one, yeah. Bad Mind. Bad Mind. Take your mind off of me.
Yo, you made that beat?
Yes, sir.
Take your mind off of me. Take your mind off of me. Dirty bad mind. Dirty bad mind. Take your mind off of me. Take your mind off of me. Dirty bad mind.
You hear the guitars in it?
Whoa. Mind I kill them. And on me make it make no end. Hate and my problem. From work hard and buy my bin. You are trying to fling shit from me. Why
right there,
Give me your horns on that. Give me a bomb on that. Dirty Bad Mind. Go down. Please.
DJ 47 presents Blinders. Check it out. All streaming services, platforms, everywhere.
Vibes.
That guitar right there, I made the beat and everything, and I'm like, something's missing. I went around looking for a guitar player. His name is Zeus. He came through, and he gave me all types of different sounds, and then we freaked it out and all like that, and that vibe, that beat, that vibe, that energy. I mean, I love the album, and I'm just being biased and all like that, but I think it's like a good 31 minutes of just a vibe. Just put on the album and get in your car and just drive, and then I guarantee you will enjoy it. It has everything in it, and we try to entertain. It has good real hip hop. We have a song on the album called "Don't You Ever," and it's back in that old school vibe where the rappers will battle, back and forth rhyming and all. But Just a shameless plug I was doing right there. You know, go check it out.
Nah.
DJ47 presents Blinders. DJ47.net.
Big ups,
KDPG Radio. We in the building with Self Construction's own Kwesi Criss.
Yo. At it, man. Living out these dreams.
Yeah, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Vibing out, man. Vibing out, repping. Shout out to all my Trinis. Shout out to Trio 5 for real. The whole anybody that's in Caribbean, that loves Caribbean culture and vibes with Caribbean culture.
Now
shout
I've been
out to you, man.
Now I've been enjoying my time having a conversation.
Shout
with you.
out.
We're over an hour and 20 minutes right now, going in and just reminiscing and
Ooh, yeah.
enjoying the vibe, right? Let me ask
you
you
brought back
something.
some.
Is there anybody we can get on the line and involve in this conversation of sound classes and like that? You have anyone in mind that you want to hit up?
You know,
Make a call. I got someone I can call myself as well, but you know, give a call. You know.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll say, yo, that clash right there. That really that gave me a big jolt in the whole.
Was the King Addies?
The King Addies was my favorite.
Okay.
And
which class are you referring to right now?
That was Addies and Jaro was my favorite because just to see, it's like Tyson versus Holyfield.
Oh, whoa.
That's what that was like. You know, that's the two greatest.
He said Tyson versus Holyfield.
Yeah, or that's like
and if you're comparing the two, let the world know so now they can go YouTube because he's like comparing, you know, Tyson and Holyfield and all. That's a big comparison. So I gotta go check out the sound class. What was the sound class? It was King Addies versus who?
King Addies versus Jaro, Kilimanjaro. Ricky Trooper was the selector at that time.
Check that out on YouTube.
Yeah. So what we was just saying is that Jaro and Addies was like my favorite clash, and that was actually, if you know, cause I know you're into wrestling, that's like Stone Cold and Rock.
Stone Cold versus The Rock, or
Stone Cold versus The Rock. That Addies and Jaro was like that, and you could get that now. You could go look on SoundCloud or
YouTube.
YouTube, you probably find it. But that's a dope one, and there's many, but that was my favorite.
So right now, you know, on the KDPG Radio, on the One Shot Deal podcast, you know, I'm your host, DJ47. We're here talking with Self-Construction's own Kwesi Criss, and we got a call on the line. Kwesi Criss, you want to introduce this caller?
Yeah, this is the right hand in killing or juggling or whatever it is. This is my cuz teammate J Rock, aka Brown Eyes, J Rock the engineer. What up?
Wagwan, what's up, yo?
What's going on, man? How's your Sunday treating you?
Excellent, bro. How about yours, man? Your Sunday
blessed.
going good?
Yes, man. I'm blessed.
That's
I'm
what's up,
enjoying
man.
the
That's
vibe,
what's up.
starting a new career. How you dealing with this whole coronavirus and everything, man? You holding it down?
Man, yo, we quarantining, man. You know how it is.
yeah. You gotta stay busy, man. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yo, just picking up a new trade.
Bro.
So
yeah, dog.
So we in the podcast, and this topic today is about sound classes. You know, you have any special sound class that you recall and you want to introduce to the audience and amp it up so they'll go on YouTube or SoundCloud and look up that sound class?
My favorite all time is when Mighty Crown, Big up!
I was just playing the Mighty Crown. Oh my God,
Mighty Crown from Japan introduced themselves at World Class Show.
Oh my God,
right
that's the sound of.
Go ahead. What's hands down the biggest thing ever, yo? For me anyway. You know what I mean?
For me as well. I'm in your club. I feel you.
Trust me, yo. Like Mighty Crown, like
shout out Mighty Crown.
Yeah, yo. From the time they introduced themselves as Simon, Sammy, amazing to me. That to me.
Let me ask you something real quick.
There.
I want to hear your story, and I want you to tell your story. But let me ask I'm trying to remember a class that Mighty Crown was on, and he looked at the next sound. I'm trying to remember what sound it was, and he looked at him like, "Who are you? You've been in this game forever, and you never bust not one artist. Shut him up." I was like, "Man, what sound was that again?"
Yo, that clash, they played against Bass Odyssey. They played against, this was with Squingy too, yo. Like Squingy, like Idol, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Squingy to me was like the man with just all the vibes.
Rest
he was
in
there
peace.
with the talkings and everything, yo. You know what I mean? Like that. They had Mataran in that clash too, yo. Mataran, another one, yo, that was big for me, yo. Like I still remember the day we was in Madhouse.
Madhouse,
bruh, and
Madhouse, Bayside Hub Day.
Mataran,
Mix 96.
yes, and Mataran was playing with us, yo.
Wait,
with
this clash was in Miami?
No.
Oh, okay,
this was in New York, this was another time when Mataran was down here in Miami, doing the whole Madhouse thing, and we was out there playing, and he came on and took the mic over from Kwesi over there, and
when
it was just
and when you say we, who's we? What is your sound?
Self Construction.
Oh, you're part. This is part of the Self Construction Squad.
Yeah.
Big up Self Construction.
Absolutely, yo.
Go ahead.
Absolutely,
Continue your story. I just wanted to make sure that everybody on know. Keep going.
Yeah, yo. He got on, and yo, man, we was just vibing, bro. Me, Mataran, Kwesi Criss, yo, we was doing it, bro.
We gotta find them pictures, bro.
Man, good times, yo. Like, it was life changing. You feel me? So.
And this was at Madhouse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
this was at Madhouse. This was at Madhouse. A Madhouse.
Patrick,
yo.
keep trying to get the timeline.
Right there on Key Biscayne, yo. Right there in Miami, yo. Right there in Miami, yo.
What was all these great memories we had in the game? Like, what would you, if you had to sum it up in one of them, what would be one of your greatest moments?
It was probably that one, yo, because like, you know what I mean? Like we
Young
like,
killers.
We killed a few we killed a few sounds back then. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. You can't say that you killed a few sounds without name dropping.
Oh my.
I don't like dropping names, man. That's disrespectful, bro. That's a little disrespectful, bro. You know
I mean, you gotta. Hey, I just told a story about him talking, trying to clash with my sound echo chamber. I brought it. I gotta know. I gotta visualize. I'm already visualizing.
Oh
the
man,
Madhouse.
damn, bro. You gonna make me talk, man? Oh shit, who was it, man? It was Tech Life, and it was a sound called Modern Age back in the day, yo. And yeah, yo, you know what I mean? We was fresh off doing that, and you know what I mean? We was doing the whole Mix 96 thing, and we got a Friday night.
What was it? The upstairs room or the downstairs room?
This was in the main room actually, because it was yeah, man. It was because it was Mataran, yo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You can't disrespect the Mataran, yo.
No, yeah.
So
and I just did by asking that stupid question. You know, that was my fault.
Yeah, it was cool, bro. It's cool, bro. Like honestly, man, that was there, man. That was it, bro. Like
you see, what was different back then?
It was a point where we finally felt like we made it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we're here juggling with Mataran.
That was probably the first.
Blood class. Here, Mataran, yo. We was juggling, yo, and he came on. It was like, yo, Trini Sound from Miami, yo, what's up, you know? And it was good. It was a good ass memory for me. You know, you feel me? So
what's up? You know,
man.
We always talk about getting dub plates from reggae artists, and we even talked about even hip hop artists and R&B. He mentioned Tony Braxton and Lauryn Hill, but what about a soca dub?
Soca, oh man.
I mean,
wow. We got a few, man. We got a few. Like now with Ultimate Rejects popping off like huge, you know what I mean? And Johan, one of the founders of the South Construction thing, you know what I mean? And basically, you know what I mean, he be looking out. So, you know, we do the work, man. We get it in, man. We find not only like new artists, we get old artists and stuff too, you know what I mean?
I'm listening to him talk, and all I can hear is a big smile on his face. I don't know if I'm
trust me, bro. Like this sound thing, yo. This sound thing, yo. Like,
that's what we live for, man. This is it. This is it. This is
it's
it'll save your life. It's real deal. This thing will save your life, man.
Yes,
it is great, yo. It is a good look, yo. It is a really good look. And you know, like now, you know, we're just trying to build even more from where we was, you know what I mean?
Now the Sound Clashes is on live, you know, Instagram
Exactly,
live, you know.
exactly.
Hey,
Everything's popping off right now.
Hey,
in the quarantine.
And I love it because you know what it is? We took a negative and turned it into a positive, and we're like, we're not going to let this shut us down. You know?
Especially with like all the people that's doing stuff now for the culture, like Wash Fire doing his thing right now.
Yeah, I was actually listening to this album the other day. He got tuned.
Yeah, man, and even Major Hype doing little things now, yo. You know what I mean? Doing his thing, yo. That's doing it for the culture, man. Like he had Jugglers on the other day. Jugglers, I'm talking about Major Hype, yo, doing the thing now, yo, with the clashes on Instagram and shit like that, yo. It's amazing, man. I had Jugglers on the other day, yo.
I don't know if I'm intimidating, but I tried to, and then no one responded. I sent the link. I even did it to Kwesi Criss, and I sent it to everybody. I said I put some tunes, and you know, I put the Bounty Killer. If I wanted them, want me to start, and nobody responded back. I killed them all, one shot. No one responded back. So I won the battle. No, what it is, nothing. I won the battle. I don't want to hear that. I won. You didn't respond. I won. It's like being outside the ring. I counted 10. You didn't show up. You lost.
Yeah, trust me, yo.
I thank you for calling in and everything, and bless up, and I hope you have a blessed Sunday. We gotta take this next call coming in and all, but I
absolutely, man.
I appreciate the memories, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the time, bro.
No doubt, man. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, man.
Bless up.
Yeah, man.
Rocks, big it up. Bless.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I. Yo, so that was J-Rock, a.k.a. Brown Eyes,
big up,
38 Rock. He's in, you know, he do a lot of production with this group called 38 Rock. They big, they doing their thing. And like you said, like right now we just keep anything afloat, you know. It's a like a hobby and something you could eat off of, you know, so
well,
you gotta have the love for it.
I'm gonna try to get this call in real quick and see if this guy answers and all. Let me see.
Boom.
Yo, big up. Yo, Charles, you on the live right now on the KDPG Radio. I'm out here with Kwesi Criss from Self Construction, and we've been talking for the last hour about sound clashes.
Well, I can't talk right now. I'm on the grill.
You're on the grill. Just before you go.
Wait, what are you grilling? Jerk?
What's your sound class? Just tell us one of your biggest sound classes and all like that. Maybe you call in and tell us the rest of the story, but we want to know what you think of like one of your favorite sound classes.
The last Red Bull Culture Clash with Unruly and who else? I can't remember right now.
Well, you know, get in the grill, do your thing. You can remember. Give us a call back. We would love to hear that story.
All right.
All right, bless up.
Yeah.
Yo, I know. Play a clip real quick. I'm about to make a call, and it's not even about a sound clash. It's going to tell a story.
Some boy going on a sub pussy and a fuck body. All right, we are on a blood clot, friend. A gunshot, all right, clap with the Glock in a yarn bomber. We'll get both box. Bad man thing, the wobbling thing. Ha! It's on.
Mad Cobra.
Haskell 45 ton on. Always ready for perform. Yo, sell construction with the bad man, they win our body. All right, sit down and them. So me tell them since you're haunted pussy, started pussy. Look like you see a coffin with you look pussy. Haunted.
Don't ever disrespect, man.
That was a big tune there. That was what year you think that record came out?
Damn. I don't know. That surprise rhythm. That might have been like 2000. It's after 2000, I think. Yeah, it was way after 2000 because that rhythm was kind of like a sample of the Bug, which was kind of like 2000. So I would say maybe like 05, 09, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but it you know. I'm just going off of the rhythm. That could have been voice. Like, you could voice now, and some of the rhythms that you voice on, like, in the sound clashes, answer rhythm, sling thing, some of those rhythms, them things was made
Hello. This is Kira.
Hello.
Kira.
Welcome, Jay.
Kira. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Kira's in the building. You're here live with DJ 47 and self-construction's own Kwesi Criss.
Woo! Biggest goofy of life with self-construction. Blah, 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 blah. That's not talking about one time for the crew.
And I hope you're not busy. And I hope you're not busy right now because I called you because we're reminiscing in the 90s. We're talking about sound class. We're talking about DJing. And I said, oh, let me give a call because there was a party that happened in June of 1999. I'm giving out timelines even if Kwesi Criss isn't. And it was a special party, a special event.
Memories.
And I will tell my version of the story. Kwesi Criss will tell his story. I want you to tell the audience your memories of that night.
Man, that night right there was one of the best nights of my adolescence.
Explain to them what type of event was that.
That was one of the most epic parties I think that we had back in those days, yo. Pasadores, the best venue out there. We had the best sounds out there. Well, we had like six sounds, yo.
You still got that flyer?
We had, yeah, it's on my wall still. I still got the flyer on my wall. I had 2 different flyers for that party. And they're still on my wall. We had self-construction. We had Wasi Style. We had New Edition, which is West and them. That was West's crew at the time. We had Echo Chamber.
I was about to say, I was about to hang up on you. If you didn't say Echo Chamber, I was about to hang up on you.
Well, I can never leave out Echo Chamber. Get out of here. Who else do we have? Man, I gotta go. I'm about to pull into the house right now for me to read that. For me to read this.
So tell us, give us a quick story. Give us a quick memory of that story in your eyes. We want to hear from you.
Right,
I'm going to ask Kwesi Criss the same thing. I got my story that I want to tell, and I love telling it. But we want to hear your story. Give us a quick story about that night that you can remember that you take with you.
So every sound did their thing. Every sound did their thing. But when Echo Chamber came on the mic, that's what shut the party down. We didn't want to shut the party down. We wanted to keep the party going.com. I think that's why you got the name. I think it was because of that party. That's why you brought up that name. It has to be because of that party, yo. Because you know how to keep a party going.com, bro.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was epic, bro. Everybody was lit. We didn't want to leave. Everybody did such an amazing job that night. We had such an amazing time.
I get goosebumps every time I think of that. It was.
Me too, man. Me too. That shit was epic.
You know what I take from God is that because I did a lot of not to pat my own self in the back, but I've done a lot of great things that has never been captured, and it's like. Maybe it wasn't meant to be captured. It was just meant to be a memory.
A memory, right?
Yeah, because how long? It's like what 19 years, 21 years later, and I'm still trying to find that footage. And it's,
we can't find that. But I heard Cyril. Someone was telling me Cyril had some video of it.
Keep saying that, but I don't know what this guy is, and we need to get that video. It's special. It was special,
Wasi Style.
Cyril?
Wasi Style.
Yeah, yo. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go. Let me go in there right now and go look at this flyer. Let me come. I'm running in the house. You see what y'all got me doing right now?
While she running in the house, let me tell you my version of this party, man. Let me tell you something. I was working at the movie theaters and I was sick. And then I'm like, I'm gonna call in sick, but I was sick, right? I had to go DJ another party. I went to go DJ another party. That party flopped. And then I went over to Kira's party and shit like that. And my mom was working, one of the ones working the door. My mom's so gangster. I brought a friend with me, and she's like, she's not on the list. I said, Mom, it's me. I brought a friend. She's like, she's not on the list. She got to pay. This is Kiki's party. She got to pay. I'm like, damn, right. I'm like, girl, I can't do nothing for you. Pay that tab. I'm going to go DJ and shit, Joe. So,
we had Echo Chamber, Wickedness. New Edition, Wasi Style, and Self-Construction.
So, yeah, that's the name of the list. But let me tell you about my story. I was trying to DJ. I got a little pushed around and moved to the side. No, not you, this and that. And then they cut off the lights.
Sure, they did. I paid for extra time too. I paid for extra time.
I was like,
we could not stop.
Kira came up to me and be like, yo, what should I do? The party jumping, what should I do? I said, yo, I was selfish. I was like, yo, I mean, if you could pay the time, you'll pay the time. Because, I didn't play. Yo, what are you doing? I haven't paid anything. I didn't play, All right. Then you're like, all right, whatever. So you pay the time. I respect you for that because you was like, yo, I got to get on. I just wanted 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. So when everyone was leaving, because the lights were off and the lights turned back on, they said, okay, good, you can go do your little 5 minutes. So I said, okay. I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everyone who's showing up, to all the Geminis and Cancers. Hold on.
Did you say the lights was off?
Oh, hold on.
Nah.
And then I was like, ladies and gentlemen, I want to send a big shout out and happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating their birthday in June. Big up to Kira, big up to my sister Danielle, shout out to Kathleen, everyone celebrating their birthday in June. Let's go. Happy birthday. I play that record. And then I said, you Miami. Bam, I hit him with, you can hate me now, blah, blah, blah. And I wheeled that tune. I said, fuck all y'all. I said, everyone who's hating on me right now. Oh, shout out to Danielle. She's in the building right now giving us a glass of water. I appreciate you, sister. I can't get up. I'm telling the story to Kira. Say what up to Kira, Danielle. Hi, Kira. She's whispering, hi, Kira.
Hi, Danielle.
And Kira yells out, hi, Danielle.
Yeah.
So anyway, I played the record. I'm like, nobody. Before that happened, I go to Dwayne and said, Dwayne, yo, I feel like they're shooting me and they're hitting me with bullets because they keep playing the big tune. I said, what am I supposed to play? Dwayne said, do you? You know what to do. So I'm like, what am I supposed to play? They played every tune. So I go and I play that Hate Me, Nas Hate Me. So when that record came out, I told all y'all, Gigi, fuck all y'all. I told all the fans out there, all the people who came out, I said, if you ain't gonna party, sit your ass down, you hating ass thing. But everyone want to wild out and have a good time, stand up and sing the song. Everyone sing Hate Me Now. Then I thought to myself, let me kill them with some old school, play some Wu-Tang, play some Craig Mack, and the party was jumping.
That's real.
To the point that one of the DJs wheeled one of my records. I was like, what the hell just happened? I looked around and I saw this DJ wheel my record back. I was like, oh shit, my bad. My bad. I went over 5 minutes. Your turn to go on. He backed off, said, hell no, I ain't following you. I had to end the night.
Yeah.
And that's why I had the meeting, so we all knew, you know what I'm saying, how long we had, who was going next. But it was just so live. Nobody wanted to get off the set. And nobody wanted to get off. Nobody, everyone was just like, nah, one more song. Yeah. I'm like, but man, we got so many DJs that everybody got to get their turn.
That day, I was like, I need a manager because after I rocked that party and on that day, and I saw the beautiful women, I shut down. I took the records. I got to make sure before anything, my records is packed up in the van and nobody going to steal my records. And that's first thing first. Packed up, put it in the van, turn around and say, hey, girl, where'd everybody go? Party done, everybody left. I'm like, that. I saw Ricky, like, Ricky, man, you supposed to go get the girls after the party and shit like that. I just rocked the house and I'm going home alone. What the hell? The story of my life.
I just sent you the pictures of the flyer.
Oh, I just got the pictures.
Let me see that.
Crazy, bro. If you see this wall, that room is still the same way as I had it for high school. Every single flyer to every party that y'all ever did that I ever been to is on that wall. Look at the flyers. Every single one, dude. Every single one.
Big up.
Everyone.
Shoot. Well,
I gotta take a picture of the whole wall. I sent the picture of that flyer, but I'm gonna send y'all the pictures of the whole freaking wall of every. You remember that party y'all had over there by Joanna and them?
By Michelle Chapman house, I think.
Yeah, that flyer's on the wall.
Yeah.
Which other ones?
She got the flyers, but not the video. So every time I tell that story, people look at me like, sure.
You remember the CJC bashment? That I got the flyer for that one. I think that was the one where here, look, Ravi name on there. Oh my God!
You gotta send those, bro. You gotta send those.
You gotta send us, but Kira, because we gotta let you go. We got another call coming in right now, but we appreciate you answering the phone and telling us the memories. We appreciate you.
Coochie boys, we got that flyer up there too. I'm gonna bring y'all back. I'm gonna bring y'all back. I'm gonna take pictures.
It looked like we brought Kira back.
You guys really did. I needed this.
well, take care of yourself. We gotta take this call coming in.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
bye, guys.
Take care.
You know that's what the quarantine is good for. You know, that's why a lot of what I've been doing. Not like you know, like looking at the past. You know, it's kind of like just appreciation for times like that. Like you know, L is not lost. L is a lesson.
Oh yeah.
I got that one the other day.
And I have to be honest with you. I didn't really understand that until like 5 years ago. That you know, just because you lost doesn't mean that that's because you lost this one doesn't mean you lost overall and all like that. It's a learning lesson, and I choose to take everything as a learning lesson. I even said in one of my songs on the DJ 47 presents Blinders out everywhere on every streaming platform. You know, because I got a song on there, not the DJ 47, but Lost Son got a song on there called "This Is the Life," and I said something like that where I was like, I never really got the girl that I really want. Thank God that I didn't get the girl that I want. Small steps lead to the road to success. I read every day so I can progress. The power broke and be one up on Wall Street. The freakonomics control my dynamics. Check out the album for the rest of that.
You gotta let off a horn on that, man. Hey, look, seriously, we're not asking you. Go to your Spotify, go to your YouTube, go to your
Apple
iTunes,
Music.
And you search out Lost Son Blinders.
No. It's DJ 47
My bad.
Lost Son is the artist. See, I'm a little nuts. I got multi-personality. DJ 47 is the producer. The DJ.
Right.
Lost Son is the artist.
So this thing is like is solidifying you or like giving a taste of what you do as a producer.
The album, correct? Yeah.
It's called Blinders.
Listen, I'm a big supporter of upcoming artists and all.
Boom.
I started this podcast because of that. Because I wanted to sit there and say, no, I want to interview each artist that was on that album. I wanted them to talk about the album. I want them to talk about themselves and how they started their careers and what music they got coming out and where did they see themselves. And I said, let me do this. Let me keep promoting. And during these times, don't turn the net. I don't want to sleep all day. I don't want to eat all day. I don't want to get fat and do nothing with myself. When it's time to create and build.
Time. Yes, create. Create is key.
Start a new business. Everyone says, if I had time to start a business, if I only had the time, you have more than enough time.
Now is it? Yeah, definitely. Boy, you got no excuses now.
No excuses.
Besides, I mean, if the kids is running around, you know what I mean? But you still got time. Don't make excuses. Like a good friend of mine used to say, shout out to Scoot. Don't make excuses. Make reasons.
Yes, sir. Well, Kwesi Criss, I like to say it was enjoyment.
I gotta say, just before we get into the outro, you asked me a couple things. You said Simon and them said artists that you let in is like shout out to Lil Raw, shout out to Shifter. I mean, shout out to Sizway C. Shout out to San Chin, Wayne Marshall. You know, them is artists that. Like,
yes, sir. Shout out to Warren Jones, C. Dev.
Yeah, I came in with
John Blaze.
You know, them. That's how it's supposed to work. You take the artist that's
Hefe.
That's working with you. Shout out to Cheeks Lost Boys. Shout out to Easy Dead.
Yes, sir.
Madman artists that came to me or I came to them and said, yo, I'm trying to do this and I'll play your music, you rep my thing, I rep your thing, and that is how it's supposed to. I don't know what's going on now, but that's how it's supposed to go. So
I think, well, before we wrap up, I just want to say this one thing because you just said it's supposed to, and we're running a little bit out of time, so let me just wrap this up by saying this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not hard to post a friend's business, song, anything that they're doing. It takes 2 seconds to upload on your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever social media you have. It takes 2 seconds. You know, and the people who have their businesses, whether it's music, entertainment, it's you know you're a coach, you're a chef, whatever the case, it's your responsibility to give them the materials for them to post. Make it easy for them to post it. And guys, I mean, if you really want to support your business, go ahead. I mean, listen, there's an app out there. Let me look at that up. That is called Buffer.
Yo, you didn't ask me no new shit, man.
Hold on. It's called Buffers, right? You download that app. You can schedule your post.
Whoa.
It only takes you,
gems,
if anything, an hour to set up a whole month's worth of post. And time and everything, and then you're done. An hour of your time just to promote your fellow entrepreneurs.
Creators,
visionaries. You know, let's do this. Let's support each other.
Yeah, unity.
Call me
strength,
up.
man. Unity
Check me out on
strength.
DJ47.net, KDPG Radio. We in the building, and I'm here to show support. So you got records, send them through. I had no problem playing it. It's nothing to play them. Nothing.
Yeah, link him
You know
on
what I'm saying?
Instagram. Email them things, man. Get the email address.
Once you tell them how they can find Kwesi Criss on all social media platforms, let them
you
know.
can get me on. Well, my thing, I'm revamping everything, but that, on all things, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, DJ Kwesi Criss, KWESI CRISS. You could Sell Construction is on top of that. SEL Construction, shout out, and that's where we at. If you want to email me, it's KWESICRISSNOWG@gmail. And don't abuse it, but artists, send your music, send me a shout out, let me know, I'm trying to get my music out or whatever. I need your assistance, I'm down, man. I help out. I help out all artists, especially if I like your art form. You know that. Yeah, I know that. You see, it kind of go back and forth.